Decide with absolute clarity. Change begins with a decision. Not just any decision, but one made with absolute clarity, one that leaves no room for doubt, hesitation, or retreat. Let's be honest, how often do we say we want something but never act on it? It's because our decisions are often weak, they're vague, half-hearted, and riddled with uncertainty. That stops now. If you're serious about transforming your life, the first and most crucial step is to decide with unshakable conviction what you want. Clarity is power. Think about it. Would you ever get in your car and start driving without knowing your destination? Of course not. Yet so many people approach their lives this way. They wander aimlessly, hoping to stumble upon success, happiness, or fulfillment. Life doesn't work like that. Success demands a clear target. It requires you to say, this is what I want, and I will do whatever it takes to make it happen. Now, let me clarify something. Deciding with absolute clarity doesn't mean you'll have all the answers or know every step of the journey. What it means is that you are certain about the destination. When you have that level of certainty, the house starts to reveal itself. Opportunities, resources, and people align to support your vision, but only after you've committed fully. Ask yourself, what do you truly want? Not what others expect of you, not what society says you should want, but what sets your soul on fire. Maybe it's starting your own business, rebuilding a relationship, achieving financial independence, or transforming your health. Whatever it is, you need to crystallize that desire into a specific, vivid goal. For example, don't just say, I want to be healthy. What does that look like for you? Does it mean running a marathon? Losing 50 pounds? Being able to hike with your kids without losing your breath? Get specific. You write it down, make it real. When your goal is clear, it becomes a compass, guiding every decision and action you take. But here's the kicker: clarity requires courage. You have to be willing to face the truth about where you are now and where you want to be. This honesty can be uncomfortable because it forces you to confront what's not working in your life. But without this step, you'll never create lasting change. Once you've decided with clarity, burn the boats. There's no turning back. Commit to your decision with the intensity of someone who has everything to gain and nothing to lose. This isn't a try and see situation, it's an I will moment. The moment you decide, truly decide, is the moment your life begins to change. As you move forward, remind yourself daily of your decision. Write it down, visualize it, and speak it out loud. The clearer and more focused you are, the easier it will be to navigate challenges and stay on course. Clarity not only fuels action, but also builds resilience. In the end, remember, this indecision is the silent thief of dreams. Don't let it rob you of the life you deserve. Decide today with absolute clarity who you want to become and the life you want to create. When you do, the universe has no choice but to respond. This is your time to claim it. Decide, commit. Change your life. Pain is the catalyst. Change is never easy. If it were, everyone would be living their dream life. But here's the hard truth: we don't change when things are comfortable. We don't change when life is easy or when everything is going our way. We change when pain becomes unbearable. Pain, when understood and harnessed, can be the most powerful catalyst for transformation. Think about a time in your life when you experienced real growth. Maybe it was after a relationship ended, a business failed, or you reached rock bottom in some way. At that moment, the pain you felt wasn't just a burden, it was a wake-up call. It forced you to look at your life and ask, how did I get here, and how can I make sure this never happens again? Pain, as difficult as it may feel, is a signal. It's your mind and body telling you that something needs to change. Imagine touching a hot stove. The pain doesn't exist to punish you, it exists to protect you, to tell you to pull your hand away. Emotional and psychological pain works the same way. It's a feedback mechanism, screaming at you to stop tolerating what no longer serves you and start moving towards something better. But here's the key: pain can either paralyze you or propel you forward. It's not the pain itself that determines your future, it's what you do with it. Too often, people let pain become their prison. They wallow in self-pity, blame others, or become consumed by fear. But the most successful, fulfilled people in the world, they use pain as fuel. Consider this: some of the most inspiring stories you've ever heard are about people who turned their pain into purpose. The person who grew up in poverty and built a life of abundance. The individual who faced rejection after rejection but eventually achieved their dream. The survivor who took their trauma and used it to help others. Pain wasn't their excuse, it was their reason. So how can you harness the power of pain in your own life? Start by asking yourself, what am I tolerating right now that's causing me pain? Is it a toxic relationship, a dead-end job, poor health? Be brutally honest with yourself. The more you try to numb or avoid the pain, the longer you'll stay stuck. Instead, face it head on. Once you've identified the source of your pain, shift your perspective. Instead of seeing it as a curse, see it as a gift. Pain is showing you what needs to change. It's pushing you to take action. Use it as leverage. Say to yourself, I will no longer tolerate this. I deserve better, and I'm willing to fight for it. The next step is to channel that pain into action. Don't just sit with it, move. Take one step, no matter how small, toward the life you want. Let the discomfort drive you to create a vision so compelling, so exciting, that it makes the pain of change worth it. Remember, pain is temporary, but the lessons it teaches can last a lifetime. Every great transformation begins with discomfort. The key is to embrace it, learn from it, and let it fuel your growth. In the end, pain is not the enemy. Staying the same when you know you're capable of more, that's the real tragedy. So when pain shows up, don't run from it. Lean into it. Let it remind you of your strength, your resilience, and your limitless potential. This is your moment to rise. Use the pain. Let it ignite the fire within you. And remember, the life you want is waiting on the other side of your discomfort. Step into it. Vision creates energy. Have you ever noticed how alive you feel when you're truly excited about something? When you have a clear and compelling vision for your life, it's as if a switch flips. Suddenly you have more energy, more drive, and more focus than you ever thought possible. Vision is the spark that ignites the fire within you. It creates the energy you need to move forward, even in the face of challenges. Without vision, life feels stagnant. Think about it: when you wake up without a sense of purpose or direction, the days blur together. You go through the motions, but there's no passion, no excitement, no hunger for more. It's like wandering in the dark with no destination in sight. You may take a step here or there, but without a clear target, you'll never truly arrive anywhere meaningful. Vision is your roadmap. It's the vivid picture of what your ideal future looks like. It's not just a vague idea or wish, it's a detailed, emotionally charged blueprint for your life. When you close your eyes and think about your dream life, what do you see? What does your health look like? Your relationships, your career, your finances? The clearer and more specific your vision, the more powerful it becomes. But vision isn't just about imagining, it's about feeling. A true vision doesn't just exist in your mind, it lives in your heart. It excites you. It pulls you forward. When you think about it, your pulse quickens, your energy rises, and you feel unstoppable. That's the kind of vision that creates energy that can overcome any obstacle. Why does vision have such a profound impact on your energy? Because it gives you a reason to act. When you have a vision, you're no longer just working or striving aimlessly, you're building towards something meaningful. Every step you take, every challenge you face has purpose. And purpose is the ultimate fuel for the human spirit. Let me tell you something important: your vision doesn't have to be perfect, and it doesn't have to make sense to anyone else. It's yours. Whether it's to build a thriving business, create a legacy for your family, travel the world, or simply live in peace and joy, your vision is valid. The only requirement is that it excites you. The first step to creating a vision that energizes you is to dream without limits. Forget what you think is realistic or practical. Tap into the deepest desires of your heart. What would you do if you knew you couldn't fail? What kind of life would light your soul on fire? Write it down. Make it vivid, make it real. Next, anchor your vision in your daily life. Don't let it fade into the background as just another daydream. Visualize it every morning. Speak it out loud. Surround yourself with reminders of where you're going. The more you focus on your vision, the more energy it will generate. But here's the secret: vision without action is fantasy. It's not enough to dream, you must take steps every day, no matter how small, toward your vision. Action fuels belief, and belief fuels more action. This cycle creates unstoppable momentum.